it's doing that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Oh, you know what would help? If I have the guitar in hand. What up? What up, my dude? What about Scotty doesn't know? Well, okay, I know what he's... Scotty doesn't know that tone woods are a myth. Actually, tone woods do matter in your cabinet speaker and acoustics. That's the only time it really matters. What a mark. What up, Mark? Nirvana. Smells like Nirvana. Play something I've learned recently. I've been listening to recently. So in counterpoint, you don't want to end with the highest note with the lowest note. You kind of want to build up to it and down to it. So like if we look at arpeggio. We don't want to end on this E, and we don't want to end it. What's my favorite to play? Whatever you guys suggest. Like a stone. I can play. I will say, Mark, I can play Tribune. Somewhat. I have an octave pedal that lets me hit those low notes. What's your favorite guitar I have? All of them? That doesn't really help, but... favorite song. I do love this song. AC/DC. Can I play AC/DC wrong? Yeah! Also, thank you. I do love my picture models. Is this a custom guitar? Yes. This is a Leo James kit guitar that I finished myself. This was not the original paint job I wanted, but I love it. It's like an ox blood. And yeah, I put different knobs on the neck pickup, so it's got gold knobs and like these copper ones. I do want to add like little thumb bleeders to it, just to give it a little bit more stuff down there. It's just the thing that I do. And I want to change this over to a P94. But yeah, and yeah, that's. Oh, and it's got the original tuners that my first full size Les Paul had. And it's got a gray back. Natural neck. And look at this. Natural tippy top. We call this guitar Mary because all the guitars have names, and yeah, I need to take off this sweatshirt. Or yeah, 1 second. I am failing at the clothing department. Yeah, this is my first set neck guitar I've ever made. I do intonate my own guitars. Yeah, I hear that. I actually got really lucky with this guitar. Its intonation was like spot on out of the box. I actually didn't need to adjust anything. It was amazing. So I'm very happy with that. And I play with 11, so I have to intonate guitars all the time. So it's like when it came intonated, I was like, what? Like I was doing this. And just really. So I run through a DAW, like a digital interface, and yeah, I was able to help it out. I use GarageBand just because I think if the GarageBand tuner was off, Apple would have a lot of problems. Into that problem, but yeah, I do run through a compressor and an EQ pedal, so like could be. Yeah, I love this guitar. I mean, I have an EQ pedal, so like I just for like different outputs. It's a 10-band. I have 13 guitars in total. Seymour/signatures, and they were way out of my volume output. Ooh, that sucks. I have a guitar with those, and they feel right at home. Then again, I also have a track for just them, too. Like, every guitar has its own track in my DAW. So, like, everything's tuned to each guitar. If you use 11... Yeah. Also feel like I don't have enough guitars. Here's Too Young. I think I know what you're talking about, and you can't really adjust the height of strings on an ABR1 bridge without cutting into it. So, like, is that what you're talking about? The height of strings? Because you can only go down on the ABR1, and even then, you don't really want to go down on an ABR1. Because you can't go up. Is it down C? Thank you so much for hitting that follow button on the TikTok side. You rock, my dude. What genres do I play? I play the music genres. Here's here's the Tool song. Yeah, I've adjusted all that. Intonation. Somebody wants me to play metal fills, hammer-ons on the pentatonic. Okay. Then we have, do I know any Aussie? Oh, you're talking about the pickups? I'm just gonna say this, on a humbucker, it doesn't matter if you move them up or down. You know what, Mark? It might give you the gazebo effect, but I'm going by the guy who actually patented the pickup and my own experience, that it doesn't affect it at all. They were put, so these pole pieces were actually put on the PAF style when he designed them, he originally designed them not to have pole pieces, and it was a marketing thing to put those on there. So if they're good made pickups, they shouldn't matter. And you said use the slash ones, but I've done the meters too. The readers literally doesn't change. Also, I'm not new to playing. I've been playing for about, I don't know, for 20 years. My strings are not out of balance. They're perfectly straight, dude. And I'm telling you, dude. Read the patent, or go listen to the guy that made the PAFs. You will find out that those pole pieces are literally just there for decoration. And if your pickup is using those as a magnetic thing, it's not a PAF then. Yeah. Like, okay, let's talk about this guitar. If it was unbalanced, right? It would sound awful. Sounds pretty good to me. Still sounds great. Still sounds good to me, dude. also, if that was so much a concern, like the pull pieces and all that stuff, do you think they would have done it to Greenie and not built the pickup backwards? I'm just saying. I'm not even arguing against science, dude. I've literally done the same experiment as you, and I got a different result. And next thing you're going to be like, oh, the colors of the bobbins actually matter. That doesn't. What matters the most is how much copper coil is around the non-magnetic pull pieces. Because if your pull pieces are magnetic, yes, that would change that. But like, if you get good screws that are not magnetic, like the original PAFs were, it doesn't matter where they're at. Here's Shotgun Blues by Volbeat. On a Strat, yes, most definitely. Notice these don't have screws on them, right? On a Strat, they matter. Because the pickups were designed like that. The whole point of a humbucker is to be not adjustable. Because you should be able to adjust the height. And you're not even calling it by the right name if we were talking about Strat. Here's Stand By Me. Strats are not fixed. They're not. But yeah, I played that song. I can tell you why the Strats don't have it's a cool song. But yeah. Strats have adjustable pole pieces. Quite literally. And that comes from more of the broadcaster. And players complained about it. Lack of an amp. Well, I will say the thing that is making the speaker is an amp, so there's that. You're giving the you. But you're not, my dude. You're just giving the wrong information. I will put it this way. I will put it this way, my dude. I've been building guitars for quite some time. I watched the history on guitar builders and like all this stuff, why they made the decisions. And put it this way, Leo Fender, when he made the adjustable pull pieces on his guitars, and I will say the Gretsch ones will let you do it too. But he did it so that you could adjust your guitar to what genre you're playing. Not volume output, but how hot or how cold you, or hot or how warm you wanted your sound to be. Had nothing to do with volume. And I'm telling you, dude, I've done the experiments myself. Any tips for beginners? Find a really cool guitar. A guitar that will make you pick it up every single day. And stick with it. Play it until the strings break. Not always. Not always in a choir. Sometimes you want the voices of the sopranos to be louder, or the bass. Hey, as long as you love it. That's called music theory, dude. first off, why would you want somebody to stand out in a mix? I don't know. Actually, let's take a look at the double graph. EQ graph. Gotta wait a while because this thing likes to just ring out. Okay. Yeah, because I'm running some gain. I'm running some gain through this thing. No effects? Okay, here we go. Other than where the placement of the note is, they look identical. Yeah. Not according to the graph. Here's chords. Unsolicited advice to somebody that's done all that stuff and found out, you know what makes a great guitar? Quality parts. And reading the patents. Also, what did you do, Mark, on a EMG? Like 85 or 81, 85? Can't adjust those. Also, in my graph, I also see decibels. Like the actual decibel meter and the actual graph of what's being actually played. Not all AMGs are unadjustable, but I do think those are decorative. I hit the wall and you say I'm out of tune. Nope, not out of tune. But yeah, still in today, still perfectly in tune. Alright, you have a good one with Oh, they play one of my favorite songs. Hold up. The one thing oh, that's an 8 string. This is not gonna sound like it, but here we go. The only thing they fears you. was in that song, but man, H strings go hard. I think that's like what? Whoops, I percent sign. I always have to look up back and forth. I know how to play it, I just forget how to play it. That makes sense? You know what I need to get is a 3 humbucker. Let's start. Metal Ridley? Metal Ridley? Good question. It's not 80s, but it's a good sounding. Okay. What's this? I keep going. I just want to also let you know, like I know these guitars. I think if you guys saw how much I obsessed over my sound, you guys might actually freak out. I have a 3D printed guitar just to test pickups. That's all it's for. Oh, what is that song? I'll give it a shot. Yo, Sir Jay, I didn't see that you gave me a goat. Thank you, my dude. Thank you so much for that gift. Means the world to me, because gifts keep strings on these guitars alive. So thank you so much for keeping the dream alive, directly supporting the guitar. And a rose, my dude. Thank you so much. Means the world to me. Another goat. You mind? But as a big thank you to you, my dude, I'll let you pick what guitar I play on. So up in the upper left-hand corner, we have the fretless Les Paul. You can also say top middle or just stay on the same guitar. You can have me play the Strat, which is the upper right. Lower left is the bass. Lower middle is the K-Taction, like Super Shredder. And then we have the 7 string on the lower right. You can pick what guitar, and I will say this. I love every single one of those guitars. Their sound wise, and yeah, you're not really making me pick something. I can't find the caverns, so sorry, my dude. So, Sir Jay, it is totally up to you. Awesome. Let me thank you again for the 3 gifts. It means the world to me. The K-Taxon guitar that weighs like, I think like nothing. This is Selvira. Thank you, Sir Jay, for the follow on the TikTok side. You rock, my dude. It is a cool guitar, thank you. What up, the wall guy? This is like a no. I love this thing. What just happened? Thank you. The walk out, my day was pretty bad. I had to go to a medical examiner's office again today, and I have to go back. I think the stuff I talked about, I really can't talk about on the internet, if you feel me. You did a pitch from on it like that? What you're saying, my dude. But yeah. Well, thank you. I do love that bass. I will say this guitar for like $80. Like it's got a straight neck. It's like freaking soul. David Lee, thank you so much. For the follow on the TikTok site. You rock. It's okay, my dude. It's okay. What kind of amp do I use? I don't mind you asking. So I use GarageBand. I'm gonna be honest. That's like 90% of it. But my cabinet speaker is a Marshall MG10, so that is an amp. Eventually I want to get rid of that and actually have like an actual cabinet speakers. Sir Jay, I believe in you, my dude. I hope to one day be able to play on the big stage, and after the show, like, have some kind of ticket where you guys get to actually pick up the guitars that I played on in that concert and get to fiddle around with them. I think that'd be so cool. I believe in you, Sir J. I'm playing. Comfortably numb. But I want to be uncomfortably numb. That's just a joke I've always said about this song. Been saying that for years. We'll play Battery and then we'll play Stairway. Oh man, the big stage sounds so much fun. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, I need to do it for myself. I really just want to do it for you guys. Battery! Here's Stairway. I gotta go mind playing Drain You by Nirvana. You got this, my dude. see you soon, my dude. I think this guitar came out in like 4 pounds, like 8 ounces, 7 ounces. That's 4.7 ounces. Like this is a K Taxon. It's like it's got an Ibanez like headstock, but like a Jackson fretboard and like an Ibanez Geo like body. Yo, Sir Jay, thank you for the Let 'Em Cook and the 2 goats. So, Sir G or Sir J, do you want me to switch out guitars, or do you want a history on Silvira, the K Taxon guitar? Because we crossed over the 25 GIF mark, so I like to do that. Just like talk about the guitars. Yeah, this guitar is incredibly light. So, this guitar I got for free. I believe it's some kind of like super light older wood. So I got this guitar free from the TikTok shop from K Taxon. They sent me this guitar and they wanted me to promote it. I got this guitar. I was like, okay, I'll request it. Blah 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 blah. If it's a bad guitar, I'll just take the neck off, build another guitar. I got this thing, and this guitar needed some work. I needed to adjust the truss rod, needed to adjust the saddles, put new strings on it. I was having a hard time. But once I got that all hammered out, I was like, man, this guitar actually is something. And my wife had named it Silvira because she liked the black look, like this glossy black and the silver hardware. So she was just like, you know what, I like this guitar. Don't rip it apart. If you hate it, why not give it to your kids or our kids? Like mine are kids to learn on. And I was like, you know what, honey, that's a really, really smart idea. And one thing led to the next, and that's why I fell in love with the guitar after all that, once I got it all set up. And it's got 24 frets. It's a humbucker, single humbucker. Not a Floyd Rose system, so it's kind of unique in that way, but yeah. Got a trim bridge on it, and I love it. Also, it's got the blade trim. It's got made out of really light wood. It's got small wood frets. I wouldn't say jumbo frets, but yeah. It's got 11s on it and okay tuners on it. But yeah, and so yeah, that's how I got this guitar and why I keep it around. Also, TikTok like you guys fell in love with this guitar. Also, I love how edgy this thing is. It's like way sharper than what it should be. But yeah, it's an incredibly light guitar. ostrich one? Yeah, that one's cool. I have to same one, but as a yeah. Yeah, I love the Floyd Rose. But yeah, we'll grab this. This one's beautiful. This is the beginner guitar. If you love, I'll play. You know what? I haven't played the solo of. Too much. Okay, here we go. Here's the solo for Smells Like Teen Spirit. Such a cool one. This guitar is a beautiful guitar. And you know what's funny about this guitar is it's made by the same people who make all my pedals. Almost all my pedals, I should say. This one. Bad the Bone is an interesting stuff, but we'll look at this one. I can't find that song, my dude. Tom, I can't find that one. Bad to the Bone. I want the Yold? Oh, Eyeless. I haven't played Eyeless in a hot second. think I'm gonna do it! What up? What up, CC? I see you, CC. Fun guitar. I can't recommend it. You know what guitar I do need? I need to get a 6-stringer. Like an acoustic 6-stringer. I need to get a 6-stringer, guys. I only have a 6-string in my hand. Also, a double neck would be really fun. Thank you. That was fun. I don't know where that came out, but I really... But yeah, I will say, I'm not... Like, I have a telly, and it's pretty funny. Like, I'll take the telly in a heartbeat on the stage, but this guitar... And it's not because it's a bad guitar, don't get me wrong. It's just, I would rather take a humbucker over it. I don't like single coils all that much. But I love them in the studio. Like, I love playing. I don't know. Is anybody else like that too? Like, you have guitars that you love the sound of, but you're like, ah man, I'm not taking that out to a gig, or oh man, I'm not taking that out on the stage. Are you all good? Like, I will take this out on the stage. I do want to take every single one of my guitars on the big stage. Hey, I'm going to sleep. Your music rocks. I'm following you. Hey, Sir J. it was nice meeting you. Thank you for all your love and support, my dude. You rock on, my dude. Can't wait to see you in the comic sections. And even more importantly, I can't wait to see you in the other lives. The other live streams. I try to live stream as much as possible. So, I hope to see you then, my dude. Try to guess what song I'm thinking of and play it. HYZ, was that the song? Was it Master of Puppets? Dang! Yeah, let me try again after your Dead Black Heart of Ice. Let me try again. Okay. I got this. I got this. Can you learn 2 weeks by... Okay, Rob. Thank you for joining, Rob. Yeah, it should be this pedal. Maybe if I go on this? Oh, you know what? Oh, somebody requested money for nothing and I totally skipped it. Just remember. Got to line up the puzzle piece. I didn't pay attention to the picture. Nothing. Noah, thank you so much for hitting that follow button on the TikTok side. You rock, my dude. Well, that's too low. Okay, here we go. Nothing left as I'm laying. Cool song. Beans, thank you so much for hitting the follow button on the TikTok side. You rock, my dude. Am I evil? I don't know, am I? It's my favorite part. such. Am I evil? One of the songs. I loved the song before I knew before I saw the video of the Big Four playing it, but man, that video just takes me back. I will always try to get to your songs. What's my favorite song? Or another song. You guys don't request this song at all, but I love this one. Here it is. It's such a beautiful song. I love it. That's called Solitude. It's yeah. such a simple song. And it's one of those songs where it's just like, it means something to play it. Keep on the second fret. Flying Floods by Metallica, or by Pantera, but Metallica, I also love playing. Thank you. I love one of my favorite Metallica songs is actually off of the new album, the Luxury. Dude, I love that. It's so. It's so good. Oh, you gotta listen to. I will say this. 72 Seasons, the newest album. Also, a little bit of Hardwire for Destruction, so the two newest albums. 72 Seasons feels like it's one of the big four that they did. It's like the first four albums. And there's some stuff on Hardwire for Destruction that, like, you can feel them ramping up. It feels so cool. Yeah. Also, Screaming... I don't think I can say its name. Anyways, Luxury. James and Kurt play that part at, like, I think they even play at a faster speed than I can. It's so cool. But yeah, my favorite part is like in Luxray, you can hear a part where Kirk grabs his guitar and does that. And it just, dude, it feels so cool. I'm only 15 and decided playing the guitar for a living. I've playing about for 3 years. Been taking some lessons in school, but most of the part I self-taught. Got any tips? First off, keep your doors open, okay? I'm not saying give up on music, but like, it's okay to take a job during the day because guitar's at night. Anyways, digressing on that. But, there's a channel on Spotify called Music Theory 101. Listen to that; it's very helpful. But on the other flip side, hone your music. You've been playing for 3 years, so like all the beginner stuff kind of doesn't do a whole lot because you're taking the instrument a little bit more serious than most people, if not a lot more serious. But start figuring out why you like the instrument that you like. If you're a Strat loving guitar player, why do you love this Strat? I'm a Les Paul guy. I have 6 Les Pauls, and yet I'm playing a Strat. Okay, awesome. And like, figure out why you love the body style you do. There's nothing wrong with that, with whatever body style you pick, right? And figure out what strings you like and go for the strings on all your guitars to that string. Intonate them, get them all in the same string set. And really start kind of doing what I'm doing. Like a really cool thing is like Zoom. You come over to the TikTok side of my channel, you'll usually see a whole bunch of people request songs. Start playing. Literally just start playing a whole bunch of songs. If not, you could go live yourself, like how I'm doing. Force yourself to play stuff you're not used to. Because when you're out there, I'm going to tell you right now, the songs that you think that you want to play is what people want to hear, don't get me wrong. But they're also going to ask you to do things that you don't normally play. Like, I'm going to pick on Celeste. We all know him as like a huge, big old soloist, bluesy guy. And he had to do a record that was funk. And start dialing your sound. What do you like of your sound that you don't like? And start recording yourself. Oh my gosh, like record yourself. Just like if you're playing, turn on a recorder. And yeah, and then start playing in front of people. That's my 2 biggest things at your stage. I would be doing. That being said, that stage of music never goes away. You gotta get through the jitters. Okay, here's Unsung by Hammond. Also only have one pedal. There's a distortion pedal. Oh, you know what? I need to do real fast. This is a great segment. I'm gonna turn off this guitar. I'm actually gonna turn off the setup. For the guitars, we're gonna have to go into after hours. Mostly because it is time. But I want to talk about pedals. Okay. So first thing, there's a company. I was playing their guitar. You've heard the pedals already. It's called Stritch. You know, I know you've heard them. I use them. So, and there's different metal pedals. I played the intro of it. I literally did. I don't know what to tell you, my dude. That's all good. I think he may have typed out or something. It happens. Anyways. Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, because you guys are on YouTube. You can actually rewind. Super cool. But anyways. Backing up to your thing. So, I love to play metal. And on my pedal board, I do have a delay pedal. Oh, I only played the intros on Z Hotline just because of there's so many people that come in and leave so quickly. Also, I don't know that song by heart, and it's just like I don't want to play like a really bad version of a song because I've never heard it. Versus, I could probably figure out the intro even if I haven't heard it. Yeah. That's my mentality. Is it the correct mentality? I don't know. I've been playing the instrument for 20 years. Off and on for 20 years, and I'm still figuring out stuff. So let's just say who I am. But anyways, so on my pedal board, I have 3 metal distortion pedals. I love to play metal too. Xena. I have the Super Right by Stritch. I have the Warcry, and I have the Overkiller. The Overkiller I have set as a boost pedal. Just because it's just like too much for me. It's too much of like that crazy death metal thing. The other thing is, delay pedal is cool. But if I didn't have a delay pedal until a few years ago. And to me, delay pedals are really, really needed when they're needed. If you're focusing on like thrash metal, I would say focus on developing your economic speed. If you're going for Pantera, 100% you need a delay pedal. It depends on who you're idolizing, is what it comes down to. And that being said, Albert, we're in after hours, so I'm not taking requests, but we'll be live tomorrow. I'm more than happy to take that request then. What do I like to play? What music do I like to play? And I like. So I love to play Metallica and blues music. I listen to music theory. Not gonna lie. I listen to a lot of music theory on. Dude, that's so cool. I actually got to see them. Wow. I'm a little jealous. But yeah, that's super cool. But I will say, I'll play any style, because there's always something that I can learn from. And I can morph my sound because I run a computer. I can change it all. And I would say Xenia, probably the best thing that you could buy right now is an digital interface for your laptop. So that you can really focus on making your sound. And then buy the analog gear that you developed in there. Yeah. Because, like, I found out in the DAW, I really do like having a an EQ pedal. That's, yeah. Metallica, I've never seen them. I wish I can see them on the Black Album, but when Michael Jackson, I wouldn't regret that. Also, like, if you get a DAW, like, there's certain pedals that just help out. Like, you'll want to get a compressor, a noise gate. Like, it will teach you, just because of, like, it has it in there, like, what you need. And you work on your skills, not so much, ooh, I can't play guitar until next 3 paychecks because I think I need to go buy this pedal or that pedal. It's a way to test drive your stuff with digital money. Oh yeah, 100%. I feel that. Michael Jackson. Gosh, I wish I had gone. You know. Oh, but you daydream. Don't even kid around. I daydream all the time with music. I have 13 guitars, a DAW, and 2 pedal boards that are in my setup, and I still daydream. Don't even give me that. Like, I know you've thought about, ooh, if I had this guitar or that guitar or this pedal or that pedal. That's all I'm saying. I'm giving you the keys to be able to try. But I will say, when Michael Jackson died, I didn't pick up the guitar for 3 weeks because I was so devastated. I felt like music died that day. He's really the only musician that I was like, that when he died, I was like, why should I even play? And, you know, after that, people got to me and they got me back up and running, but again, that's the only musician. I don't even play his stuff. That's the crazy thing. I don't even really listen to Michael Jackson. Yeah, he didn't deserve it. And, you know, not to go down that rabbit hole, but he was just a kid. Yes, he was like an adult age, but he was still just a kid. He still wanted to go to Disneyland every single week. He wanted to be a kid because he was robbed of his. Hey, do you agree that yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I think he was definitely one of the best guitar players. He was fast. Holy cow! Dimebag Darrell is one of the fastest guys. Hey, Martin! Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button on the YouTube side. Thank you so much. You rock, my dude. Michael Jackson. Another thing that I will say. He would spend like 8 months. Martin, thank you for all the emojis. That absolutely means the world to me. But Michael Jackson, like when he would do like a song, he would take years to do the choreograph of the song in like the whole thing of it, and that's like perfection to the T. Buddy Guy, I'll say, is probably the best guitarist to ever come around. You probably haven't heard his name. But when you hear the only guitar you need is a Tele, that is a Buddy Guy mentality. Buddy Guy, so if you ask Hendrix who he looked up to, he would say, oh, Buddy Guy. You ask B.B. King, Albert King, Eric Clapton. This is Eric Clapton when his name is being graffitied on the walls as Clapton is God. So literally God complex Clapton. Jimmy Page. You ask them who they look up to, all these guys, and they all say Buddy Guy. And he was the first guy to do the whole, like, chewing with his teeth. He didn't do it as well as Hendrix did. Like, he still admits that Hendrix did it a lot better than he did. But he would go down, and he would actually bring it up like this and go like that. Whereas Hendrix actually brought it up. He also played the guitar backward, on the back of the head. Played it like this. He's a really cool guy. Blackmore's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, he's still alive. He's been playing guitar for like 70 years. I love listening to his stuff. Though, you're going to listen to his stuff and be like, okay, what did Jason talk about? This guy is like slow playing. But he's an old blues player. Stevie Ray Vaughan looked up to him too. He's just a very slow, like, he also, his other thing too is like, he does polka dotted guitars for his mother, that passed away when he was like 19. And like yeah, he was very good, still is. Even in death, he's still good. But, like, Buddy Guy is just, like, who they all looked up to. He's such a cool player. I put these saddles on this guitar. I love this guitar. Yeah. Exactly. Also, Les Paul. Holy cow. Les Paul is an amazing musician. Slash, I will say, that's who I get biased when I say Slash, Randy Rhoads, all those guys. I thought Stevie Ray Vaughan died. I could be wrong. But yeah. But Buddy Guy, if you listen to him, the thing with Buddy Guy that makes him really hard to like find music is he's an improvised musician, so he doesn't really do studio time. Like, he has his songs, right, that he's recorded over the years. But he's an improv, like, put it this way, if you ever hear Open Blues Night, that comes from the time period of Buddy Guy. Elvis ripped him off part way of a couple of, like, his styles. So, like, his name just comes up if you go back to who our heroes looked up to. He's all over the place. And he's still around. And his thing is like, he's like, yeah, I've toured the world, and it's amazing I've gotten to all these places. But getting invited back means there's an expectation now, and that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing. And then his other thing too is like when Clapton name dropped him, he's like, well, now I have to go get good. Elvis ripped off some of his riffs. Buddy Guy's riffs, like Buddy Guy wrote some riffs, and then Elvis would rip them off. And it's funny because he goes, literally, his thing is like, he'll get called, like people will bring it up every now and then, like, oh, this song was blah 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 done, and Elvis did it, and he goes, yeah, he made money, I didn't. So what? He's such a down-to-earth guy, too. He's really cool. I have a Stratocaster, and I'm saving up for a Jackson Deaky Archtop Trans Blue Burst. That sounds like a beautiful guitar. I'm going to look that up. You got to understand, back in that day, so what makes Clapton so crazy... Oh, that is a beautiful guitar, that Jackson Deaky Archtop. That is beautiful. So, look up the Yardbirds, okay? So, what's crazy about the Yardbirds and the Beano album, specifically the Beano album, is that is the first time a band was brought in and they played as if they were playing to a live audience. So, and that was Clapton's thing, is, oh yeah, Steve Vai and Joe Satriani are probably some of the best guitarists out there, if not the best, too. They've taken the guitar to a whole new level. But, so that's what, and Clapton came up with the idea. He pushed the idea all the way through, like making the Beano album happen. And then he went, like when it came up time once it got approved, like he was pushing through it, he'd given up, and they're like, okay, you know what, we will do the Beano, what will become as the Beano album. And he takes out a comic book that Beano was on, and that's why it's called the Beano album. And he was the guy that figured out if you take a Les Paul and you slam it through a Marshall, it sounds good. He's the first guy. He figured it out. And it was all because he said, why would I ever play through a Fender? If I wanted to play a Fender, I'd be playing a Telecaster. Or I'd be playing a Strat. Gibson amplifiers don't exist out here. That was... Yeah, Radiohead's pretty good too. But I hear you. Eric Clapton stuff hasn't aged all that well, just because of how many people then went, oh, I can do that. Also, I believe he wrote Close and Doves. Oh, oh, thank you, my dude. I try to be as nice. I had a guitarist chair. I had huh? Oh, it's all good. Oh, so yeah. Okay. So the other thing that Clapton did. This is the. He made. So the 335. I'll grab my 335 take. My take on that 335. So here's a Les Paul semi-hollow that's built looks like a 335. So imagine this had like a double horn, right? And we have a 335. Clapton took the semi-hollow, and mind you, we're in a time period where people are trying to really shut up the non-grounding issues, so they're using humbuckers, and he did have a 335 with humbuckers, but semi-hollows were known as the blues, the working man blues instrument. And Clapton said, watch this. And this is right after he's gotten everybody to play a Les Paul on a Marshall. He just goes, watch this, and he picks up that 335, and you've heard it many times. He's written so many hits on his red 335, and it's known as the Holy Grail because anytime Clapton would pick up that instrument, it would almost always make a #1 hit song, and that's what makes Clapton so good. Is he made people want to pick up the semi-hollow in a genre that nobody wanted to do. Your English is great, my dude. Lydia. Okay, so Lydia, Crossroads. You used it in Yardbirds. You used it in Korean Blind Faith. His solo work, Iconic Sons. Okay, so we have Lydia, Crossroads. That. That's why he's so big. And his obsession with making the studio come to the stage is what makes him so big. Now, his riffs, let's be honest, they've aged. They have not held up through the test of time. Like, they do, but they don't. I think Page did some of it, did a lot better. Slash did. You know, Slash's famous Sweet Child of Mine. He's just like, Randy Rhoads, Crazy Train. But yeah, that's what makes Clapton nuts. Is he's taking stuff that has been deemed a waste of time, and he is destroying people's mentality and all that stuff, and writing the rules of rock and roll. And all he's doing is he's taking what Buddy Guy is saying, like, well, yeah, you can take a blues 335 and throw some stuff through it. So that's what's super cool. Also, he was like the first one, the first like British rocker. He's the British Elvis. But yeah. Well, he did. I will give it to him. You know what? I will. Because everybody was trying to go big, especially in Britain, at the time when Clapton comes around. So he had to beat other bands, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's these rules that always get said. Like, do you think that it's okay, guitar for playing metal, because I don't know? Yeah, of course. You can do it. I don't think he could, and that's what I'm saying. Like, at his time, I don't think he. I think Metallica couldn't have formed without Clapton. But I do think, and I do, and I will say, I do. I have my own struggles with Clapton. Okay. Yeah. Also, James Hetfield is an amazing guitarist that he doesn't get as much praise as he should. Like, I'm just gonna put this out there. And this is just me saying this. James Hetfield, as much as he is a household name with Metallica, he is still an underrated guitarist. And the reason is simply he can take any riff that Kirk Hammett throws out there, write a more complicated part, and be able to sing on top of it. And yet he wants to be he didn't always want to be the rhythm guitarist, but he understands that's his role. Van Halen. Oh man, Eddie Van Halen. So Eddie Van Halen to me, he is an amazing guitarist. Don't get me wrong. I build guitars. Eddie Van Halen built his Frankenstrat. Right? Exactly. Like, take any of those albums. Also, James Hetfield is an amazing actor. But the Blue Strat, I love it too. It's only $150 on Amazon. It's by Stritz. It's a Stritz beginner guitar. Yep, he only became a have you ever checked out an artist by the name of... No, I have not. Yep, it is a Stratocaster by Stritz, not by Fender. But anyways, Eddie Van Halen was like much like Michael Jackson in the sense of like he was super obsessed with his sound, his quality of sound. But yeah, just the Frankenstrat is almost... It's amazing that guitar could even work. And the fact that he modded a Floyd Rose still to this day baffles my brain. The craziest thing ever. Yeah. Did you know he didn't have a tongue? He had tongue cancer and he got his tongue ripped out? Eddie Van Halen? Yep. Yeah, Eddie Van Halen got tongue cancer like in 2010 and didn't have a tongue. He could talk. He learned how to... You have to relearn how to talk, but it's hard. Killian, I am in After Hours, so I would love to
play that song, but we're in after hours, so this is like our time to talk about music stuff, not play. But I'll be live tomorrow. Hopefully, if I don't get too sick. But yeah, I love playing the Fade to Black. It's such a fun song. Oh man. I lose one of my guitars I built, and I'm going to gain two. That's pretty cool. In rotation on Sunday. Today's Thursday, so Friday. Yeah, 2 more days before Mary goes on the sideline. Each of these guitars have names, just to let you guys know if you think I'm crazy. I am crazy, but yeah. This is Mary. She's my newest guitar. Yeah, and you guys' gift actually helped. I got that guitar from you guys' support, so I have you guys to thank out tremendously for that. And yeah, super cool. You guys make my day every single day. Now, Hendrix, man. I would love to play, but we're in after hours, my dude, so I'll play it tomorrow. Townsend. I'm sorry. Kind of was mumbling over your last name, but yeah, we'll play it tomorrow. I'm just talking about music, just enjoying your guys' company. I like to do that at the end of the streams, because you guys matter to me. And when we're doing play song back to song back to song back to song, it's hard to like communicate how much I care about you guys. Oh, that's cool. I've been playing for off and on for 20 years. I'm self-taught. Okay, that's all good. I also build my instruments. I'm weird. I'm just, yeah. So, marry this one right here. I'm hoping to get a P94 for its neck pickup here soon. I need to restock strings because we're super low on strings. And then I'm going to get a P94 for that. And then I want to get a Les Paul with P90s, get rid of the fretless at that time. And then hopefully get a Les Paul Supreme. And then I want to start filling up the more Fender side of stuff. I have so I have 13 guitars. My favorite, it depends on how you ask this question. Because they're all my favorite guitar in their own unique way. Like the fretless, as much as I just said I want to get rid of it, is my favorite guitar to play slide on. Mary's she's my newest guitar, and she just proves that happy mistakes can happen. She's my first sat neck that I made. Stritch, I love them. First guitar I ever got free from a company. Echo's my first bass. I love them. Also, the Stritch guitar is called Sapphire. The K Taxon guitar I love it because it's called Savira. Yeah, I name them all because they all have pretty much their own fan bases. I love it because it's like a super strat, but it's also livable. the 7-string Ibanez, my favorite guitar because I found it for $43 at a thrift store. I have 13 guitars. I'm not rich either. The V, which YouTube can see, was my first guitar I ever built. The Tele, I was almost bankrupt, and then that guitar. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having one guitar and loving it. But yeah, the semi-hollow is my favorite guitar to like play live and all that stuff. Yep. Oh, Noah, we've kind of been in after hours, so I'm not taking requests. I'll play your songs tomorrow. Okay. If you come back when it's done after hours. The Slash guitar. I love it because it's the Slash guitar. And yeah. Here's my favorite recording guitar. My Gibson Les Paul Custom. Love recording with this guitar. Such a fun guitar. In so many different ways. And then this girl is my oldest guitar, but this is the guitar I love to write songs on. This is Jess. So the Slash guitar is named Callie. Let's go down the list. Sorry, I forget to say their names. So the V is called Phoenix. Holly is the Telecaster. The 7-string is called Valkyrie. The semi-hollow's name is the semi-hollow Les Paul is named Amber. The Slash guitar is named Callie. The Gibson Alpine White Les Paul Custom is named Pearl. And this is Jess. And then my last guitar is called Johnny. He's a 12-string. He's a little bit far out for me to grab, but he's a big old 12-string acoustic that's made by Ibanez, and he makes a lot of dreams come true. He's just a big, smoky 12-string, and it's just super cool. Yeah, and that's what I love. The K Taxon one. And I do have a website for all the guitars, so you can like read up on their histories and all that kind of stuff. And they do update it every now and then, like stuff they've done or what I'm working with them. I need to update their songs that I've recorded with, but yeah. The K Taxon one is fun. This girl. 4 pounds, like 7 ounces or something like that. This guitar is super lightweight. And I love that. Because I play really, really heavy guitars, so having a super light guitar is... This guitar costs like $80, but it depends on what you're talking about. I'm live on the live streams Wednesdays through Sundays. I take Mondays and Tuesdays off usually, but even then, sometimes I do go live. I would love to play Brightside, but we're in after hours where we just sit and talk to you guys. So I like to talk about music, gear, all that good stuff. That's awesome. And no pressure, my dude. I have a rule with my live streams. Your real life stuff comes first, then the live. Then if everything's good and you're bored, come to the live stream. Or if you want to come into the live stream, but don't slack on your IRL stuff. So the reason why, another big reason why. Oh, we're in the same time zone. It's 10:44 here too. I have to stop around 10 o'clock my time, so like within 44 minutes into after hours, because I'll get noise complaints, and also the stuff is turned off. Like the amps and all that stuff. But yeah, grab the fretless. So the reason why I want to get rid of the fretless out of the, like, kind of like how Johnny doesn't get rotated in, it's not because the fretless is a bad guitar. It's just a hard guitar to play. Because first off, it's got a broken bridge, so like spacing on the strings is a little bit weird. Like right here is really spaced out, and like right here and here is really close. Same thing over here. Like the strings are like, so it's a hard guitar to play, but it is so cool to play slide on. And eventually, I do want to fix it. And it's in drop D. It's one of my. That is the only thing with this guitar is I always keep it in drop D. Once a string does break, or I have money to redo its bridge, put locking tuners on it, like the full thing. I will. Tom said next time you come in, just say hey, because I will forget it by then. I'm not gonna lie, I do forget things overnight. But yeah, I'll play it. Don't worry. If it's not after hours, I will always play it. I will try to get to the stuff. How do you play slide without the thing? You take off the frets? There's no frets on this guitar. Look at its fretboard. See these little gashes? They're actually... Yeah. This is a weird guitar. I mean, we use it very rarely in the studio, but when we do, this guitar is so cool on that. Yep. Let's slide. I do watch anime. Oh my gosh. I took a break from guitar because I watched so much anime. Also, this guitar's been on fire a couple of times. I've also thrown it out in the crowd. That is my prop guitar. Was my prop guitar. Now it's studio bound and super cool. Oh my gosh, anime. Holy cow, we could talk about that all night long. I do have work in the morning, so. Yes, I do watch anime. We have a Discord if you guys want to join. I know there's a lot of people there that watch anime. Oh, nice. I love guitar people. Wow, we got 110 people to view us tonight. That's awesome. Have you seen Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, or Death Note? I have seen Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Death Note. That's super cool. I just got done with reading Comey Can't Communicate, and I also got done with what is that? Nana? Yeah, Nana. And that's such a sad show. I did try Bleach one time, but yeah. I'll say I love Gundam. That's my big that's my big one. I watch Gundam all the time. It's one of my I have a actually hold on. I've heard of Ghost. I haven't heard the new song, but I love Dance Macabre by them. I build Gundam models. I know there's a Soletta from Witch of Mercury, but I literally love Gundam that much. I will build the models. Thank you. So yeah, and like put it this way. Music is so awesome. And sometimes you need a break from it. Yeah. I've heard that with Bleach, and I'm just like, I'm good. Ghost is cool, I will say. I love what they're doing. I've said my actual first name, so I can't pull a Ghost. Should have thought of that. What's your favorite? You get. Ooh. I love Gohan. And I love Gohan. He's such a cool. I love Rock Lee from Naruto. Because he's just so much down to earth. And does what he's got to do it like his. Yeah, all of them. Oh. It's also amazing how much darker the room gets when I turn off the lights. Eventually I want to get new lights, like go around the wood things, the blocks. Favorite Dragon Ball Z, Gohan or Vegito? I love Vegito. No, it's Gogeta. Is it Gogeta? Hold on, give me 1 second. Kakarot's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's Gogeta. I love Gogeta. Just like his outfit with like. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a night. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful. Oh yeah, when I love Vegeta. Yeah, Gogeta also trash talks too. But yeah. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful night. I will see you guys tomorrow. My allergies are starting to kick in. And you guys have a great night. And yeah, hope to play some more. I love Vegeta in the abridged series, but